Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 38 of the Road to Glory here with Kyler Adams. Now, if you watched the previous episode, you will know that, as you can see, well, you can also see it here, we are still the head booker of Ole. Our south of the border, head booker application was rejected in favour of Marcos Flores. However, things are looking pretty good with Ole, and of course, it'll be that much sweeter to actually beat south of the border, possibly down the line. Either way, we're going to be sticking with Ole for now. Things might change. Another job might come up at some stage. But yeah, we're just going to continue to work on ourselves. Anyway, as you can see, we also made 374,000 in the month of March, which was really good. The pay-per-view buy rate and the attendances were both up quite a bit. And another thing to mention is, Kyler is 1 point away from a B popularity in West Central Mexico. However, if we look at the franchise players, we actually have El Mítico in first place, then Kyler behind him, and then in third place, we actually have Silver Tiger. So I think El Mítico needs a feud with someone, a heel, that's sort of in the top level that he can actually beat to gain that little bit more popularity that he needs. He himself is actually up to a 65C, so I think he's 1 point away from a C+, which is very good. But he was he's essentially the final four, the top four of our company. Anyway, let's go into next big things. We've got Pinky, Dreamer, Ernest, Seth, and Firefly. Top prospects, we've got Mystico at number 1. Brooke Tyler, Francisca Marcos, Ernest in there again, and then Sunny Wildside. Talk the talk, pretty self-explanatory, both Kyler and El Mítico. Then we actually have Scythe in third, which I think is pretty cool to see. Obviously, doesn't exactly focus on his entertainment abilities, more just focusing on menace, but either way, still really happy with him. He's going to be a main eventer in the future for sure. We then have Farrah Hesketh, who's, she's really good as well. We should really probably use her a little bit more with her angles and stuff, because she could definitely teach some of the other women a few things. And then finally, we've got Lauren Easter in here as well, with very, very good... Well, she's just very good all round, to be honest. Okay, up next, we've got Showstoppers. This list has probably been pretty similar. Sunny Wildside, number 1. In the Showstoppers list, which I think is pretty crazy. But he is very, very good. He's another guy I should really start pushing. Everyone else in there is pretty self-explanatory. Then we have Ring Generals. Good to actually see Ernest in there as well. But he's very good. And of course, Kyler's top row. You saw the Enderstat screen in the last episode. He's now got a few C pluses in his top row. Anyway, who's hot? Really? That's who's hot. Tricolor. Okay, interesting. Who's not? That's all pretty self-explanatory there as well. They're all essentially our jobbers for more or less. And these guys I think have been the hidden gems for quite some time. Alright, let's just get into Batalla Eterna. We do only have 2 TV shows, until the pay-per-view. It is in week 2. So, yeah, we don't have a lot of build time. Interesting. South of the border. Oh. They've had to move to late night time slot due to concerns about the quality of recent shows. But yeah, I think this is just their B show anyway. Yeah, so I don't really think it matters. But yeah, that's a pretty bad main event. 69 C+. You know what? That's probably Marcos Flores just having absolutely no idea what he's doing. Alright, and we also have a contract offer in currently. I forgot to mention that. But it's probably going to be the title of the episode. GINO Montero. We have a chance at signing him. We put in a pretty lucrative contract to do that. And I mean, he's a bit of a legend in regards to Ole anyway, because of his father and all the other things behind him. Anyway, we got Austin Smooth lifting the locker room, providing a free crate of drinks. And then we also have Angel of Mercy creating a great backstage atmosphere after pulling a rib. That actually puts us up to 98%, so we're getting super close to 100. Still a rib. Failed. Okay. Well, not failed, but just didn't really do anything. Another thing to mention, the economy started falling as well if you didn't watch the last episode. Super upset about that. I was hoping it would get into a B. The wrestling industry is a B and still currently rising as well. Anyway, we're expecting 8,100 fans for this show. Now, I do actually have some plans. This is going to be the episode where we finally get the COT World Heavyweight Champion to come to our company. Now, I'm not exactly... Well, it's Roderick Remus. Now, he has no popularity in Mexico. So therefore, I'm a little bit worried about doing my plans, basically. And my plan was to have him versus Kyler, and for him to actually get the win against Kyler and retain his title. Now that I think about it, I kind of don't want to do that, purely for the fact that he's got 5 popularity, and that would probably destroy Kyler. Interesting. I guess in another way, we could actually just have Kyler win the World Heavyweight title, and then maybe even do like a unification at some point. Not like a proper unification, but like a champion versus champion, Silver Tiger versus Kyler. I think that's what I'm going to lean towards. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so he's going to come in for the pay-per-view. So with that said, should we... Or is there anyone that we can bring in? Can we... Oh, we can't actually do any talent trades. Okay, never mind. Let's do a random match for Kyler. Let's have him take on... Starmaster? Yeah, let's do this match. We haven't actually seen it yet, so... Starmaster versus Kyler. I'm going to give it 20 minutes. Will it be the main event? That's a good question. I think it will. I think it will be the main event. Alright. Up next, we want to have... Let's go a tag match, and we want to have... Oh, I completely forgot to do their name as well. So, I'll figure that out a little bit further in the episode. I'm going to pause the recording, and then I'll join you back later with their name. But anyway, we're going to continue booking, so... Let's go with the Puerto Rican boys, and I want them to take on... kind of want them to take on the Urban Gladiators, but let's just do Juggernauts 1. And what we're going to do is have Island Boy... I want to have Island Boy pin Strongman. Hopefully it'll work. I don't think we can... Can he call yet? No, he's actually improving a lot, though. He's nearly there. Ramos is probably a guy I'm going to use in the future. But he just needs to get a little bit better. Just a little bit. Alright, so Strongman's blocking it. I mean... With that said, let's just give Ramos the loss. Doesn't really matter too much. There we go. I want to have another singles match, and this time I want to have Phoenix 5 taking on Silver Tiger in a high spots match. Obviously, we pretty much know who's going to win that, and it is going to be Silver Tiger. We cannot call, I don't think. Not yet. Um, yeah, that's fine. All right, what else? We need, I want to have, well, I want to bring that up to there. We need a women's match. So let's have the Crown take on Dreamer and Lauren. Yeah, we'll go Lauren. Lauren Easter. And we're going to have Queen Amazon pick up the victory onto Lauren Easter. And it's going to be... And can we call? I think we probably can. Because she can call as well. And I know Dreamer can call. How good is Brooke? Brooke's pretty good. Alright, so with that said, we're able to call. So that's perfect. It's actually really beneficial. And probably the reason why that women's match on the last episode was a B. The fact that we had both of them calling the match in the ring. And of course, they were like our two most popular women as well. So we'll make that storytelling. Obviously, there's a story to be told, with Queen Amazon being the #1 contender, Dreamer being the champion. And then finally, let's go with a trios match. I think we'll do it for the trios titles as well. So let's go with Silent Accusers, who I believe are the champions, along with Scythe. And they can just take on a bit of a jobber team. Let's go Miyaki, Yellow Flash, and Extranjero. Three mid-card talents. That's just going to be a nice, easy victory there for Scythe. Not too much sort of competition from the other guys. But yeah, just enough to make things a little bit interesting, I guess. And then finally, let's go a singles match between Anarchist and El Midico. And we'll give El Midico the victory there as well. Is he the one that can call? I think he might be the one that can call in the ring. Yes, he is. Okay. In that case, we do want to call it. We want the best possible ratings we can get for our matches. Alright, so with that said, let's go angles. So I'm actually going to go with Cosmic Rider and Star Master for the pre-main event angle. So I'm putting a little bit of faith in them. Maybe I shouldn't. But we are going to do a post angle as well for Kyler. And that is going to be his challenge to Roderick Remus, the Confederation of the Territories World Heavyweight Champion. And Kyler wants an opportunity at winning the title. You know, he's arguably the fastest rising star in the entire world, I would say. You know, during his time in America and now his time in Mexico as well. You know, he knows exactly what it takes to be a champion. He's been Mexico champion. Hasn't actually held a main event title yet. Well, he has technically, if you consider this Summit North American Championship. But company size, you would think that's kind of a mid-card belt in regards to Ole. Anyway. Other angles, let's go Silver Tiger, of course. Entertainment. Give that 5 minutes. 6 minutes, sorry. We then want... Let's go with the Crown. I want to give the Crown an angle. So Brooke and Queen Amazon. I mean, let's just... We'll go Entertainment for both of them. I mean, either way, if we did Menace or Entertainment for Queen Amazon, it's probably going to be the same. So that can go there. We then want El Midico to have an angle as well. And I think let's bump that up by 2. We can bump the women's match up by 2 as well. And finally, let's, we can't do that one. Let's do, I guess, yeah, Phoenix 5 and Silver Tiger. All right, there we go. That looks pretty good. Let's do pre-show. So I want to have, let's have Team USA. So Ernest and Mobstar. And they can take on, yeah, let's go Lopez, Phoenix 3, and Phoenix 4. That's a pretty good match. On the pre-show, let's give Lopez a victory. Pretty sure it can be called as well. All right, there we go. I guess, yeah, let's go a Francisca Marcos match as well. Yeah, I mean, Alina is a pretty good opponent for her. Although I do want Alina to verse people with better psychology. Because that's sort of the only thing that she needs to actually improve on. But we're going to give Francisca the victory there as well. Let's actually have a look at Francisca. She's up to a 51 D+. So, yeah, definitely improving. Stamina's getting up there as well. I think once that gets to a C, she'll be able to put on like the maximum length of women's matches. So, we don't really need to worry about that too much. But yeah, she's really good. Really good. Also pretty over as well. So there we go. That needs to be pre-show. Okay, well, with that said, let's actually run this show now. Being held in front of 8,500 people as well. Starting off with a 56 C-, where we have Francisca Marcos defeating Alina America in 10-20 by pinfall with a high-rise elbow drop. And yeah, these two just don't click with each other. That's fine. Moving on to a 68 C+, where we have Nicholas Lopez and Dos Phoenix defeating Team USA in 11:38, when Nicholas Lopez defeated Ernest Youngman by pinfall with a Lopez Buster. A couple of improvements. We've got Mobstar improving in technical, and then we have Phoenix 4 improving in performance. Alright, so we then start off the show with an 88 B+ rated angle from El Mítico. And this is definitely up from where he's been recently. So, yeah, super happy with that. Moving into his match, which gets a 73 B-, where we have El Mítico defeating Anarchist in 11:35 by pinfall with a Northern Light suplex. And then we also have Anarchist improving in performance skills as well. So, exactly what we wanted from that one. Unfortunately, though, Anarchist has suffered broken ribs during this match. Yeah, not great. Anyway, we go into a 68 C+ trios title match where we have Evil Inc. defeating Motoyuki Miyake, Yellow Flash, and Extranjero Loco in 9:51 when Scythe defeated Extranjero by pinfall with an Underworld Spike. And then we have Scythe and Silent Accusers making defense number 1 of their Campeonatos de Trios titles. Yeah, good stuff. Pretty happy with that. We also have Scythe improving once again in performance skills, so still on the up and up, which is great. And like I said, he'll be a main eventer in no time, really. We then go into a 71 C+ for the women's angle, where we have the Crown cutting a bit of a promo, of course, Queen Amazon, talking about the fact that she's number 1 contender. And of course, these two were actually the final 2 women in the 10 women battle royale match for the number 1 contender. So there's also a little bit of friction between the two. Let's just say that Brooke's not exactly happy that Queen Amazon eliminated her. The women's match does really well, 76 B-. And we have the Crown defeating Electric Dreamer and Lauren Easter in 11:33 when Queen Amazon defeated Lauren by pinfall with a bend the knee. Of course, their tag team finisher there. Yeah, good stuff. Really good match. Brooke with a 68, Queen Amazon with a 65 as well, so they're doing well together. And a 76, 1 point away from a B-rated women's match again. We then go into a 100A star angle for Silver Tiger. Doing really well. as you'd expect, being our most over guy on the roster and our current Universal Champion. And he gets an 82B with a fairly new worker in Phoenix 4. And of course, Silver Tiger does defeat him in 11:37 by pinfall with a Silver Tiger driver. And of course, this was the high spots match. Silver Tiger getting an 89 in-ring performance. Impressive. Alright, moving on to a 62C, where we have the Puerto Rican boys defeating the Juggernauts 1 in 9:47, when Island Boy Apollo defeated Ramos the Executioner by pinfall with a welcome to the island. And again, Strongman visibly tiring, so I kind of wish he would just retire and do something else. He could still be like the mouthpiece for the Juggernauts. Anyway, got a couple of improvements. We've got Kid San Juan improving in performance, and then we have Ramos also improving in performance skills. Alright, so we then go into the pre-main event angle, getting a 66C+, where we have the Galactic Union together. And of course, Cosmic Rider basically trying to hype up Star Master prior to this match, or prior to the biggest match of his career in Oli so far. And the main event does exactly what I wanted it to do, 84B+ there, where we have Kyla Adams defeating Star Master in 1951 by pinfall with a K-trigger. Yeah, just a really good match. Solid main event. And then, of course, we have the 100 A-star post-main event angle, where we have Kyla Adams reiterating the fact that he is the fastest rising superstar in the world period. And of course, he says that he feels like he deserves a chance to represent the world and of course become the Confederation of the Territories World Heavyweight Champion. And of course, he's going to get that opportunity at the next pay-per-view. Right, overall show rating getting us an 86B+. I think that's seems to be a fairly common number with all of our sort of TV shows. I think we even got that for the pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been lower, actually. I can't remember. We can double check, though. So yeah, something I wanted to mention. I thought it was coming up. But yeah, Celestion Mexico, of course, our pay-per-view carrier, only has 1 month remaining on its current deal. Now, what I want to do is I want to try and set up a new deal with the other big pay-per-view carrier, the one that's south of the border is currently on. Anyway, we'll do that in a second. Let's have a look at Anarchist sustaining broken ribs. So he's currently working through, but I don't really want to risk him. So I think we'll just let him rest. We'll use Lunatic instead, and we'll try and build him up a little bit in regards to his stats. Yellow Flash booking complaint. And then the TV rating getting a 1.13 for Batalha Turner. Alright, so with that said, let's have a look at broadcasting. Now let's filter it to Mexico. Alright, now let me just find the actual carrier. I think it's Demand TV. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so in order to actually get on Demand TV, we need to increase our broadcast quality and also our music levels. Now, both of these are going to cost us more money, in the long run, because our shows are going to be more expensive. But if we actually manage to get onto Demand TV, I think it'll greatly outweigh the sort of financial loss that we will suffer. So let me just have a look at that one more time. So what do we need? We need in-house broadcast and licensed music. Alright, so production. Alright, in-house going to cost us $10,000 and then $7,500 per month. That's fine. And then we just need licensed music, which is going to cost $5,000 up front and then $15,000 per month. So it's going to be pretty expensive. It's pretty expensive, that's for sure. Alright. So we'll save that. And now we should be able to go for that new deal. Alright. Negotiate. New deal for events. I mean, let's try and go for prime time. I mean, why not? What about evening? All right, what about late evening? Rejected. Okay, perfect. What about early evening? Also rejected. Okay. Late night? Okay, so they're going to give us late night, which is a 56 C- minimum rated show or rated pay-per-view, which is, you know, pretty much never going to happen. We're never going to get a C- rated pay-per-view. Now, can we go for 2 years? 3 years? Okay, 2 years. Alright, there we go. Done. We are now on demand TV. Big coverage in Mexico, which is obviously a step up from our medium that we are currently on. And of course, the companies, Original Lucha Libre is Eternal, and South of the Border Pro Wrestling. So, once again, we are sort of competing. And that's pretty cool to see. Pretty cool. Now, in regards to TV shows, until we get national, I think we're probably going to have to stay on La Red de la Lucha, which is fine. It's perfectly fine. You know, it gives us medium coverage in Mexico, and then small coverage in, you know, the 2 regions in USA. But what I would like to do is when the contract's running out, we're going to renegotiate and try and get a better time slot. Now, I'm hoping that'll actually happen. Anyway. Alright. So let's just advance into the next Battalla Eterna. This is actually the go-home show already. It feels like we pretty much just did this last episode, but it's going to be a bit similar to last episode. Alright, and what we want to do... Actually, I'm not sure what I want to do, to be honest. We don't really have any number 1 contenders. I guess... Ooh. Hijo del Mephisto. Hold on. Hold on a second. No way! Oh my god. GINO Montero. Oh, we've got our figurehead. We've literally got our figurehead. Look at the contract I had to give him. So 10-year contract, $32,500 per month. Never lower than main eventer. That's pretty obvious. He's going to be the figurehead. Events and A shows. Again, we don't actually have any B shows or house shows, so that doesn't really matter. It's going to get a 30% bonus, which I don't think I've ever done, ever, in the history of TEW 2016. Usually the max I would give is 20%. And yeah, he's got 30. We also gave him travel. Yeah, his travel expenses are covered, which I never do either. And he's also getting a bonus of just over $30,000 as well. But, I mean, he's incredible. He's absolutely incredible. And he... Oh, man, I don't know what to do. I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I know. Anyway, we also have another former Oli guy, Hijo del Mephisto. Kind of want to get him in as well. We just poached one of the best Mexican wrestlers in the game away from south of the border. I actually can't believe that. That is so good, man. That's revenge from last episode. But we could take this guy as well. And he would be the heel equivalent of GINO Montero's, essentially, for us. He's also a mid-carder. Similar popularity. And I mean, damn, like... It's going to cost us a lot of money, though. That's the thing I need to be a little bit wary about. You know, we got GINO, but $30,000 per month. That's a big expense. We're probably looking at paying a minimum of $35,000 as well for Mephisto. But I feel like I need him. Feel like I need him. They're offering 16,000 straight up, so they're already pretty serious about it. All right. I mean, I'm going to make an offer anyway. Either way, we want to just boost up the amount of money. I mean, Trickstar, he's an interesting option as well. You know, we were kind of looking at him quite a long time ago. I cannot believe we just got GINO Montero. I'm literally in shock. Okay, well, he's probably going to be debuting at the pay-per-view, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, I'm in shock. I have to say, I was not expecting that. All right, so EMLL going in for Phoenix 4, which is actually really good. Again, that's only going to help him with a few more matches as well. Actually, I'm getting a little bit worried about him. Maybe I should give him a written deal. Because he's super young and he's also actually really good. And he's got some relationships. He's getting pretty over. Let me give him a contract. Sorry, EMLL, but I've got to, you know, keep my interests at the forefront of my mind. So 4,770. It's not too bad either. All right, there we go. He's only 23 years old, man. That's massive. Anyway, let's have a look at Hio del Mephisto again. They've only gone to 25,000. Okay, well that's interesting. I think we can beat that out pretty easy. Okay, maybe not. Let's, I guess, see what we can offer him. I might just leave that bonus where it is. So he's only going to let me do 25,000. Well, 25,000 does seem like a lot better than 35,000, which we gave GINO. So, what was it? 25,120. I don't know, man. We should get him in as well. I mean, the money's not a problem. We're making massive money at the moment. We like just last month we made nearly 400,000 profit, which is a lot of money. And of course, we're about to get onto a bigger pay-per-view carrier with arguably the potential to make even more money. You know, making south of the border type money. Okay, let's max that out to 22,000 as well, and we'll give him a 20% bonus per event. Okay, he still thinks he has a better offer. Well, in that case, let's do events and A shows. We'll do travel cover. What about now? Okay. I mean, I guess we're gonna leave it up to chance. Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. He is 34. If we don't get him, I don't really care. Pretty much just because we got GINO Montero back in Oli. Oh man, I still can't believe it. Anyway, let's book the next show. Oh man, if we have Kyler win the World Heavyweight Championship, oh man, Extraordinario Jr., man, all of their contracts from the guys they signed from Oli are all coming back up. Oh, he looks good, man. He looks really good. He might actually be a better option. He's got less popularity, but he looks like a better option. He's also 4 years younger. Extremely positive influence. And he's going to be a lot cheaper. They have given him a new contract, though. Offered him a new contract. But once again, I'm going to go straight in, man. I'm going straight in, 10 years. There we go, 9,000. That's fine. Ooh, that's unfortunate. 5-star are giving Fuyuka Higa a written contract. We never actually got to bring her in. Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, I mean, they're doing it because Winnow is their sort of direct competition. And she's also working there, so that makes sense. Anyway, doesn't really matter too much. Alright, let's finally get into the show. Alright, so I'm just going to go find out the information about the tag team name, and then it'll be 1 second and I'll tell you what it is. Alright, so I think I found the perfect name. But let's do these incidents. So we've got Brooke Tyler lightening the backstage mood with her cartoon drawings. And then we also have Humberto Ortega bringing pizza for the locker room. And we're still at 98. Anyway. Let's do another rib. Let's go down the list a bit. Let's do Velvet, and it didn't work. Okay. Book a generic venue, 8,200. And then let's do teams. So we got Anarchist and Lunatic. And they are going to be called Abandonados. And basically that just means the abandoned. And apparently what happened, I did a little tiny bit of research, but apparently in Mexico, there have been insane asylums in the past, obviously some time ago, where the patients in these asylums were literally just left to their own devices, considering them abandoned. And yeah, Abandonados, Anarchist and Lunatic, coming straight from an insane asylum. It works pretty well. I think it's a decent name for them. And with that name, I'm probably going to push them in the tag division pretty hard a little bit down the line. Anyway, with that being said, let's actually give Kyler a warm-up match, and he's going to be taking on Lunatic. So basically, it's just a good match for Lunatic to have, really. And of course, it's going to hopefully boost his skills a little bit and make him just that little bit better, you know, working with the best in the company. So there we go. Up next, we need a Fatal 4-Way match to determine a #1 contender for the Universal title, because we essentially have no real #1 contender, and the pay-per-view's up next. So with that said, let's go upper mid-card and above. Angel of Mercy can go in there. El Critico, I guess, can go in there as well. El Mitico. And then finally, who else? Do we want to go Tricolor? Or do we want to go Boom Boom? I mean, for just a one-off defense, how was he main event? What? Okay, I guess the C- boosts him to main event. Well, with that said, I guess... Who's got more popularity? Okay, Tricolor actually has more popularity than Angel of Mercy. Interesting. So let's go Tricolor to win, Angel of Mercy to lose. And there we go. Maybe we'll take El Critico out. And instead, we'll go with... Well, who's a good heal? I mean, we don't really have any other good heals. Cosmic... we'll go Dragon Americano. Yeah, so we really do need a heal. So we need... We need either Hio del Mephisto or Extranardiorio. If I'm saying that correctly, I have no idea. But both of those guys are heals. So if we can get one of them to come in and be a main event heal, because we're not really pushing Scythe as hard as we probably should be at the moment. Anyway, Tricolor, gonna pin Dragon Americano. Oh, now El Mitico's unhappy as well. Okay, well, in that regard, I'm gonna keep El Mitico strong. It's gonna damage the main event rating, but hopefully not too much. And I just want Tricolor to pick up the victory, so Silver Tiger can get another defense at the next pay-per-view. Alright, so let's book everything else. We're actually going to do a triple threat with one member of each tag team member that we're going to be putting into at the pay-per-view. We're going to do a triple threat tag team ladder match. So with that said, look at our teams. Let's have Phoenix 4. Phoenix 4 take on Felipe Caballero. Can he do high spots? Yes, he can. Very well. And then I'm not too sure who I want the final team to be. If I want it to be... Well, I was going to do the Puerto Rican boys, but I guess we could do the Galactic Union, but that might be too soon for them. I kind of wanted to build them up just even a little bit more. Yeah, let's go the Puerto Rican boys. So we'll go Island Boy Apollo in this match as well. 3, really good mid-carders there. Let's give it 12 minutes. It's going to be the high spots. And I think we'll actually give the victory to Felipe. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Let's also get that booked in. The next event is actually Libere La Qaeda. So let's get that. There it is. Okay, I knew I'd find it eventually. So it's going to be Dos Phoenix, the Puerto Rican boys, and the Suffering. I feel like we do have a really good tag team division now, and when we first came to Ole, there was literally nothing. Okay, up next, let's just go for let's go women's trios match, and we're actually going to leave out the 2 competitors for the Mujeres title. So let's go Alina. Let's go with Estrella, and let's go with Pinky. And they're going to take on Francisca, Purple Viper, and yeah, let's go Poison Ivy. Go 10 minutes. Let's give the victory to let's go Purple Viper. Yeah. Not that it really matters, but it's just nice for Viper to get a victory. Really, we don't use her very often. And you know what? She's not too bad. She's really quite good. So, we'll probably start using her a bit more. Let's also make that storytelling. No real story, just the women's match. Up next, let's go with a tag match. And we want to have... Let's have Blue Phantom and Amazing Firefly take on Silver Tiger And I think, isn't Vicente, yeah, his protege? Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Silver Tiger. Now, I did have a suggestion to call Vicente Sandman. And I really like that, the name. I don't know. Something about it. Something simple. And they wanted me to change his finisher to a sleeper hold as well. Which I kind of like. It's just very basic, but I don't know. It just kind of works. Anyway. So we'll do that as well here. Yeah, so obviously Silver Tiger going to pick up the victory. Firefly is going to lose. And yeah, just going to be a nice easy match, to be honest. So yeah, go roster. Vicente Molina. You're going to call him Sandman. See, like, if you guys do have a suggestion for pretty much anything on the series, on this series, and I guess on my new TEW 2020 series, please feel free to just say it in the comment section down below. I do respond to every comment. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to save it as alter ego as well. You never know. Another company might decide to use it. We're also going to give him an Oli specific mask as well. Hopefully that'll just help out our merchandise income down the line. As I think that's what it does. I have absolutely no idea though. So there we go. And I guess we need one more match. Let's have just another tag match. Actually, let's go singles. We don't really do too many singles. Who haven't we used? We haven't used El Critico. Let's just have El Critico take on someone lower down the card. Kid San Juan. There we go. Perfect. And just a nice victory there for El Critico. I'm not sure if he's going to be doing anything in the pay-per-views, you know, especially. Okay. Well, with that said, let's give... I want to give El Mitico an angle. Actually, let's go all four. So it's Angel of Mercy. Then it's Dragon Americano, El Mitico, and Tricolor. So all four of these guys can just have an angle together. To pretty much just arguing with who's going to become the #1 contender. Then again, we'll go Kylo with an angle. I'm pretty sure Kylo can actually hit 100 A-stars without being with being scripted now, so doesn't make too much of a difference. All right, up next we'll go with. Let's go the heel team. So Francisca, Purple Viper, and Poison Ivy. I think they can all speak. Actually, can Viper? Oh, Viper can speak really well. Man, I really should start using her more. She could be a really strong member of our division. I guess I just overlook her. I don't know why. Let's go El Critico as well. Has El Critico hit a 100 A-star angle yet? I can't really remember him doing it. Like, he hits A's. But I'm just not sure if he hits A-stars. And then finally, let's just go Silver Tiger. Just want to get that 100 A-star to start off the show. So let's bump this up by 2. And there we go. Alright, perfect. So with that said, let's do some pre-show. Do a trios match. Do New Wave Outlaws and Ernest. They can take on Boom Boom, Extranjero, and Phoenix 4. And I think we'll just give Boom Boom the victory. Alright, so there's one pre-show. Let's go with a tag match. Let's have the Galactic Union take on Team Burning Fury. Nice and easy. And I think that might do us. I think that'll be it. Yeah, let's just run the show. Alright, so we start off with a 69 C+, where we have Boom Boom Jamaica, Extranjero Loco, and Phoenix 5 defeating Ernest Youngman and the New Wave Outlaws in 950, when Boom Boom Jamaica defeated Ernest Youngman by pinfall with a Drop the Boom. Really good match. We then go into a 65C, where we have the Galactic Union defeating Team Burning Fury in 1005, when Cosmic Rider defeated Takashita by submission with a gravitational pull. And we have two improvements for Takashita, both in Rumble and performance skills. Alright, so we then start the show off with a 100A star from Silver Tiger, as you'd expect, our main event champion. I didn't expect that. A 77B, where we have Silver Tiger and Sandman defeating Blue Phantom and Amazing Firefly in 951, when Silver Tiger defeated Amazing Firefly by pinfall with a Silver Tiger driver. And yeah, Sandman with a 34 in-ring. It's not too bad. We also have Amazing Firefly improving in performance, Blue Phantom improving in Rumble, and then also Sandman improving in performance skills as well. Alright, we then go... Oh, he got a 94. A 94 rated angle here for El Critico. Literally 1 point away from a 95A star. I think he has gotten A stars before, but I don't think he's ever gotten a 100. I think his highest was a 98, from what I can remember. Anyway, still a really good promo. His match is also really good. 80B, where we have El Critico defeating Kid San Juan in 1220 by pinfall with a critical mass. We actually have both these guys improving in performance skills as well. So that's good for Kid San Juan. We then go into a 62C for the women's trio heel team for their angle. We actually also have Purple Viper developing better performance skills on the mic. So that's awesome. Their match also getting a 64C. That's pretty average, pretty bang average, but that's alright. We have Francisca Marcos, Purple Viper, and Poison Ivy defeating Alina America, Estrella Blanca, and Pinky Perez in 950, when Purple Viper defeated Estrella by pinfall with a Viper Bite. Then we also have Poison Ivy improving in both flying and performance skills. Alright, we then go into the sort of trio tag team title feud thingy that we did here. Triple threat, getting a 67C+. We have Felipe Caballero defeating Phoenix 4 and Island Boy Apollo in 1156, when Felipe defeated Island Boy by pinfall with a Caballero drop. Yeah, just a really good match. Really solid C+ there. Alright, we then go into a 100A star for Kyler's angle, as you'd expect. And then, of course, he had a match against Lunatic, getting a 62C, where Kyler does defeat Lunatic in 1030 by pinfall with a Brainbuster. So, the Brainbuster, you really don't see that move very often as one of Kyler's finishes. But it is one of his finishes, along with the K-Trigger. So that's pretty cool. We haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah, like since early Summit days, I think. Anyway, Lunatic was off his game, and Kyler and Lunatic just don't click well with each other, but that's perfectly fine. No improvements. Moving on to an 80B for the pre-main event angle between the 4 members of the #1 contenders match. The match itself does pretty well, 76B-, 1 point away from a B there. And we have Tricolor Jr. defeating Dragon Americano, El Mitico, and Angel of Mercy in 1959 when Tricolor defeated Dragon Americano by pinfall with a Fisherman Suplex. And then, of course, we did actually keep El Mitico strong. So therefore, the rating probably would have been a B. We also have Tricolor Jr. improving in performance skills as well. And he's our new #1 contender for the pay-per-view. So let's get that booked in. And it's going to be... Where is he? Let's just go Silver Tiger first, and then Tricolor is actually below him. So there we go. That one's a pretty simple match. Just going to be a nice, easy title defense there for Silver Tiger. All right, let's end the show. Ooh, so close to a B+. 82B. But still, again, increasing our popularity in 5 regions, which is perfectly fine. All right, so here we go. We've got all of our weight gains coming in. Ernest Youngman has risen to light heavyweight. And he's a ripped light heavyweight. 79B. I think he's up from a B-. Yeah, so he's gone up. He's only gone up 5 points. I kind of expected more than that. But that's, I mean, for him to be a B now, that's perfect. I love that. We got Seth Whitehead. Apparently the Uprising have been smashing the cheeseburgers because Seth Whitehead rising to light heavyweight, but he let himself go and piled on some serious extra pounds. So both Felipe and Seth are now flabby in regards to their weight size. And yeah, Seth lost his C+ star quality, going down to a C. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Ooh, Blue Phantom. Damn it. He let himself go as well. Oh, that's a backfire. He was A, wasn't he? Oh, don't tell me. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, he got up to 91 as well, sort of naturally, after coming in. I feel like an idiot. Anyway. Yeah, flabby middleweight, similar to what's his name? Apparently, Champagne Lover is off to make movies, so he's gonna be gone from south of the border for 3 months. All right, what else do we need to look at? So Extraordinario. Oh man, I can't say his name. Extraordinario. There we go. Extraordinario's contract has been renegotiated up to only $12,000 per month. Now, hopefully, we'll be allowed to offer a little bit more than that. I say hopefully because I really kind of want him. All right, he's only going to let us offer 12,600. Come on, man. All right, so again, we're going to have to go with a pretty improved bid. $11,670 for the bonus. Not great, but we're gonna give it maxed out. We'll do travel cover. We'll also do a 20% bonus and events and ATV shows. All right. I mean, he's gonna think about it. Oh man, I'm super upset about Blue Phantom. I messed him up. I know, I guess I just got greedy and wanted it to go up to 100 A star. And it's backfired. I mean, he's still 84 B+, so he's still going to get over really easy. But just having that 100 would have been so sweet. Anyway, TV rating getting a 1.14, so that's still pretty good. Happy with that. And of course, we are pretty much going into the pay-per-view right now, so let's get into that. And of course, we need to grab... Well, can we actually just go Demand TV now? I think we can. So this is going to be our first pay-per-view on Demand TV. And unfortunately, GINO's contract has not begun. So that sucks, but it's fine. Anyway, Sandman and Hush getting on really well backstage. That's good. And that's actually given us a 100 backstage rating. And he actually just developed a friendship there with Hush as well. So that's really nice. We don't actually need to do a rib, so perfect. Man, the economy seems like it's falling really fast. It seems like every show I do, it drops a point. Anyway, 16,500 predicted. Let us pre-book. Actually, stop. Alliance. Okay. I mean, does that mean we have Roderick Remus on the roster? Yes, we do. Okay, it's a go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first ever Confederation of the Territories World Heavyweight Championship match. And, yeah. I mean, it's a bit of a moment in history for Kyler as well. So with that said, let's do it. Actually, let's just do a regular match. Not 2 out of 3 falls. Obviously, under Confederation of the Territories rules, the matches have to be, I don't know, let's just say regular singles matches in our C-verse world. Anyway, so it's going to be Roderick Remus, the champion. He's also a Rudo, so that works out perfectly. Taking on Kyler Adams, the Technico. His push is main eventer. How is that even possible? Or does that just happen automatically? It's been a long time since I used the Confederation of the Territories titles. The last time I used it was New York City, like 3 years ago, so... Yeah, Kyler's going to pick up the victory. Winning arguably the biggest title in the territories. Although I would say the Universal title's more prestigious. Of course, we also need the title on the line. That would help. And there we go. Right, up next, we've got Silver Tiger and Tricolor. Give that one 20 minutes as well. Universal on the line. And I'm expecting a pretty good match out of Tricolor. I think he's a really good hand to have in the company. You know, he's more experienced. I think with his contract that we gave him, we also made him a... Did we make him a gatekeeper? Is a gatekeeper or pass the torch or whatever it is? Something like that, where he's fine with putting over other members of the roster. Alright, let's do the triple threat tag team ladder match for the Parijas titles. We are actually going to have Phoenix, or DOS Phoenix, actually retain. Yeah, we can call. So they're going to, it's a pretty impressive victory there, actually, for those guys. The odds, greatly stacked against them. And again, Electric Dream are going to get a nice victory here. For her, I think her 3rd or 4th title defense. Okay. Well, that's all sorted out. I do want to give Scythe a match. So let's have Scythe take on... I'm not too sure. Yeah, Motoyuki Miyake sounds good. I think we've done this match. No, we've never done it. Basically, it's just going to be a good match for Scythe, where he'll actually be able to do a Menace promo before it as well. Up next, let's just go with a random trios match. Pretty much just use the guys or the main eventers that we haven't used, like Boom Boom, El Mitico, and Angel of Mercy, and they can just take on El Critico, Dragon Americano, and let's go El Critico and the Galactic Union. I like that. And I think we're actually going to give the Galactic Union the victory here. Well, we'll give El Critico the victory, but you know what I mean. Angel of Mercy can lose. And then we'll go like that. Let's go Tainted. Also, Critico does like to cheat, so... that one's pretty good. Storytelling can be this one. And then I guess we can do a high spots match, maybe on the pre-show. Actually, let's see who we've got left. Let's do a triple threat high spots match with Amazing Firefly. Actually, we haven't done a Mexico title. I did want to do a rematch. So, basically... let's just make it interesting. Let's go Last Man Standing. I do love a Last Man Standing match. And it's going to be Blue Phantom and then Austin Smooth using his rematch clause. And it's pretty much going to be the final time these two guys are going to verse each other. And unfortunately, Blue Phantom is going to continue his winning ways with another victory there. Yeah, we'll do it again. Yes, we'll go there. Alright, so let's do angles. We need Silver Tiger. Entertainment. There we go. We need Kyler. I'm curious to see what happens with Kyler becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. Like, is he going to go off to other companies now on the Alliance line? I assume he has to. So, yeah. Pretty interesting. Then we'll go with... well, we need Scythe. On Menace. Then I think let's go Blue Phantom again. Probably should have gone Austin there, actually. It doesn't matter. And then also we're going to go El Critico, Cosmic Rider, and Starmaster. Hopefully that'll help out the Galactic Union. And then finally, let's just go with an Electric Dreamer angle to open the show. Nice. Okay, I really like that pay-per-view. I think it's definitely got some real potential. Let's do the pre-show matches. We've still got a lot of guys to use. Okay, let's go with the Juggernauts, and they can just pick up a loss to Yellow Flash. Who else do we have? We don't really have anyone else left. Lopez and Firefly. Yeah. Let's give Yellow Flash the victory. Why not? Open script decisive. So we also need a high spots match. Let's go Francisca and a face. We need, yeah, Pinky. Should actually be a pretty good match. We'll give Francisca the victory. High spots. Okay, Pinky's upset apparently. We'll do another match. Let's do this. So let's have Major Huanta team up with his, former partners in the stable. He's kind of been a bit forgotten, really. To take on Hurricane, Phoenix, and Takashita. Let's give Samael the victory. Nice. And then I want to go one more match. I think we'll move that one down there and that one up. Let's go tag on the pre-show. And we're going to use Dragon Americano and Ernest to take on Sunny Wildside and Extranjero Loco. And yeah, Dragon Americano pick up the win because he actually took the pinfall loss. All right, there we go. That's the pay-per-view. Last show of the episode as well. Let's run it. And we start off with a 58C-, where we have Evil Inc. defeating Hurricane, Phoenix 5, and Takashita in 9:38 when Samael defeated Phoenix 5 by pinfall with a Poison of God. We got Hush improving in Rumble skills and Takashita improving in performance. We then go to a 68C+, where we have Francisca Marcos defeating Pinky Perez in 10:05 by pinfall with a high-rise elbow drop. Next pre-show is a 60C, where we have Yellow Flash, Nicholas Lopez, and Amazing Firefly defeating the Juggernauts in 9:51 when Yellow Flash defeated Alejandro by submission with a Flash Hurricane armbar. We also have Amazing Firefly improving in Rumble and Alejandro improving in performance. And the final match in the pre-show getting a 65C, where we have Dragon Americano and Ernest Youngman defeating Sunny Wildside and Extranjero Loco in 11:54 when Dragon Americano defeated Extranjero by submission. Alright, we'll then start off the show with an 80B rated angle from Electric Dreamer prior to her title defense. The match does really well, getting a 76B-, where we have Electric Dreamer defeating Queen Amazon in 13:55 by 2 straight falls, with the final fall happening by pinfall with an electric blue bomb. And then we have Electric Dreamer making defense number 3 of her Campeonato de las Mujeres title. Yeah, 1 point off a B-rated women's match again. We then continue with another 76B, but this time for the Trios angle between El Critico, Cosmic Rider, and Starmaster. Their Trios match does really well, getting an 81B. We have El Critico and the Galactic Union defeating Boom Boom Jamaica, El Mitico, and Angel of Mercy in 20:08 when El Critico defeated Angel of Mercy by pinfall, illegally using the ropes for leverage. Yeah, good match. El Critico improving in performance, and then we have El Mitico improving in Rumble. We then go into a 73B- for Blue Phantoms angle. Of course, taking on Austin in a rematch. The match gets a 79B, so the repetition penalty did not come into effect. And we have Blue Phantom defeating Austin Smooth in a last man standing match in 1947 when Austin Smooth could not beat a 10 count. Blue Phantom making defense number 1 of his Campeonato del Mexico Ole title. And he's also improving in Rumble skills as well. Moving on to a 95A star angle from Scythe, of course. A menace angle, as you'd expect. But a very good rating The match also pretty good, 69C+. But we have Scythe defeating Maruyuki Miyake in 9:36 by pinfall with a chokeslam. And yeah, these two have great chemistry together. Definitely helping out the match. And we also have Scythe improving in performance skills as well. Alright, we then go straight into a 77B for the tag team triple threat match. The ladder triple threat match. We have Dos Phoenix defeating the Suffering and the Puerto Rican Boys in a ladder match in 2027 when Phoenix 4 retrieve the item. Dos Phoenix 2 make defense number 2 of their Campeonatos de Parejas Oli titles. Yeah, just a really good match. Unfortunately, Phoenix 4 suffering a broken jaw as a result of the match. We got a few improvements. We got Kid San Juan improving in performance, and then we have both Island Boy Apollo and Felipe Caballero improving in Rumble skills. Yep, there's his broken jaw. We then go straight into a 100 A-star angle from Kyler prior to the biggest match of his entire career so far, I would say. Obviously, it's not going to rate too well. Probably be a C, I think. But you never know. You never know. Anyway. Never mind. It gets a 77B, which I really wasn't expecting. And we have Kyler Adams. Kyler Adams, the man, the myth, the legend. No. Anyway, he does defeat Roderick Remus in 1940 by pinfall with a K-trigger. Kyler Adams wins the COT World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, Kyler looked excellent out there, getting an 86 in-ring performance. And then also, yeah, Roderick Remus being helped out by improving in performance skills as a result of facing Kyler. That's a really good match. Really good. Alright, moving into a 100 A-star pre-main event angle for Silver Tiger. And finally, the main event. Not so good. Only an 80B. I thought it might have been better. And for some reason, I feel like it should have been better. Anyway, Silver Tiger defeating Tricolor Jr. in 1944 by 2 straight falls, with the final fall happening by pinfall with a Silver Tiger driver. Silver Tiger making defense number 3 of his Campeonato de Universal title. So yeah, apparently Silver Tiger and Tricolor have great chemistry, showed in their performance. And yeah, Silver Tiger got a 95 in-ring performance. The match was only an 80B. Tricolor got a 69, really letting the match down there. But he's also improving in performance skills, so good for him. Alright, let's end the show. Really good pay-per-view. Only gets us an 84B+, but I mean, honestly, I feel like the last 2 matches on paper are probably a lot better than the ratings the game gave them. Anyway. Let's praise Blue Phantom. Let's also praise... Well, we'll go Nicholas Lopez again. Still trying to work on his morale issues. And then finally... I guess Yellow Flash. We'll see if he's still got any morale issues after this. He might, because I think he had momentum issues or worries. Alright, so... It looks like South of the Border have altered their deal again. Yeah, so they're up to... Well, they're blowing our offer out of the water. And unfortunately, we can't really compete with that, to be honest. I mean, I'll go with that, but... I mean, there's nothing else I can really offer. We're pretty much maxed out. So I'll bump his bonus up to 30%. And we'll make him never lower than upper mid-card and see if that works. Alright, so he's currently working through the broken jaw. Which is actually an injury he had before Oh, actually, sorry. He caused that injury to Phoenix 3. My bad. Okay, we've got Hurricane with a booking complaint. And the pay-per-view buy rate is even higher than it was the last time because we're on a bigger pay-per-view carrier now, of course. Getting a pay-per-view buy rate of 0.22, which is 0.03 higher. And as you can see, the pay-per-view revenue is up about 60,000. So that's a pretty big increase. Pretty big. All right. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. We're actually over 5 million in the bank, which I didn't really expect to see at this stage. Now, one more thing we need to do before I end the episode is check the dojo. So we go to the Eternal Dojo. As you can see, the position is vacant, and our reputation's actually dropped 1 point because it was at 69. So we need to assign a new trainer. Aprendiz Jr. Not great. Now, of course, we want good. Well, what we want is good basics. We want good psychology, and we want, I think, good reputation. I mean, Atlantis Jr. is probably the next best option, and of course, he used to work for us, so, you know, give one of the boys a job. Extranjero is not too bad. What about Hellspawn? Yeah, he's not great. Phoenix 3, maybe. Actually, I kind of think Atlantis is probably the best. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Atlantis Jr. Yeah, there we go. Giving one of the boys a job. I like it. All right. So now that we got that set up, let's just check popularity. Yeah, so let's go Kyler. There we go, 79B. You love to see it. Confederation of the Territories World Heavyweight Champion. And then let's just check Silver Tiger here as well. He didn't go up. Okay. Still stuck at an 82. But very, very close, I would assume. Let's also check Scythe. Up to a 50D plus. You know, he's up a couple of points so far. Okay, it's perfect. Alright, well, that is going to wrap up the episode, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you have, make sure you smash the like button. I know most of you do like the video prior to me asking at the end. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. And apart from that, guys, as always, take it easy. And I hope you enjoy the end of stat screen.